2 a.m., middle-class suburban track, heavy eyelids, scratchy throat. I smell burnt metal through the base of the door frame and hear muffled sounds through the walls of overly endorphin misfortune click-clank. 2 spoons. Why must I wake from a nightmare and arrive to another locked door? Head under covers, mama, there's a monster living in my brother's bedroom. We didn't see him at first, but he was always there, needing only to be fed once to rise from sleep. My pop-pop told me about it, remember? Warning. A family tree with a half glass of whiskey or a pocket full of crazy, so pick your poison, sweetheart, he said. It'll either be your mind or your body. Mama, there's a monster living in my brother's bedroom, and I think he's here to stay, and what are we supposed to say when it looks so much like him? He has his fold every time before the eye sockets sink in and the fingernails blacken from giving in to temptation, but our eyes stay distracted by our hope. I guess my sight is readjusting. I'm tired of locking the doors and hitting my knees to the floor to pray for a day that quite frankly is never gonna happen. I'm tired of trying to convince you the monster has moved in and that he's sick again, but a stubborn gaze can never fall upon something it refuses to see. Mama, your protection ceased somewhere along the way. You've saved lives your entire career, but why can't you save the one you would give up your own for? And in 15 years, you never once turned the lock on the door from the safety of this block, but the crime was already living inside. Irony. I'm a writer, Mama. I know it when I see it. Mama, please, hear me. There's a monster living in my brother's bedroom. The smiling face in the gold frames is not the same soul staring back at you anymore. Countless years of court trials, accusations of rape, domestic abuse, overdoses, hospitalizations. Those things sure don't sound like him to anyone that knows him, but holding a gun to a man's head for the $12 in his pocket didn't either, but Lord knows we tried to make the best of it. I remember the stories my pop-up told me about our great-great-grandfather back home in Ireland who never came back from war. Last seen with a bottle in his hand, pressed to his lips, walking away. Maybe he's there. Maybe his soul is somewhere with him, because Lord knows he is not in this house any longer. Mama, don't you remember? This place was once so good, filled with character and unconventionality, while the best of Elvis Christmas hits crackled low in the background along to warm conversation. But now our 1990s stereo lay untouched in the closet under rehabilitation catalogs. His basketball, it sits in the corner of the garage collecting dust, and I can't tell you his name, but when the devil came, he stayed, and I have seen him take a soul faster than you could say, I think I may need help. Faster than you could say full ride scholarship, faster than you could speak any synonym for the way the light has left his sea glass green eyes that once sparkled when he made us all laugh. Let me know what you find, because I still have no words for that. Tell me, have you ever seen a man die 5 times over? 10 times over? 37 times over? I have. Each failed attempt to get sober, another 100 reasons to live inside the memories, because didn't you know that even monsters count their casualties? And I'm sorry for the honesty, but I've carried the broken hearts and body parts of my entire family. The famous sparkle in the eyes of my people has all but dimmed out, and a woman caught me crying in the bathroom at work. She said, "Honey, you have such a pretty face. What could you possibly have to worry about?" And I know she meant it as a compliment, but it didn't feel like one, because she said it as if appearance were truth, as if the way I line my lips determines how much safety I'm able to speak of, as if the roses on the outside of a house make up for the carpets being bloodstained and the doors being ripped off their frames. So tell me, what do you do when a home crumbles but the house still stands? In these past 9 years, I've come to the conclusion that home is a pair of hands. Home is a heartbeat, home is alive, and what truly makes a home is not the color, size, or price tag of the 4 walls that surround you, but rather the company you keep within them. And Mama, how alive can I ever truly be if I'm living a room full of ghosts and calling them family? So I guess that means I'm leaving, and I'll make my own. I'll fill the missing pieces of my soul back up with people who actually want to learn and grow. So I'll take my sister with me when I go, and there are so many lessons of this life that I cannot yet claim to know, but of this I am certain. I ate my cereal with a fork for the last time this morning. went looking for a hairbrush and found a syringe for the final time this afternoon, and I'll be damned if I lock my bedroom door again from the inside this evening, cause I cannot physically, mentally, or emotionally withstand another day of walking outside in the morning wearing his NA chips. As earrings, they all hurry to lock their doors, shuffle the kids into the car. It's like they see right through me, and I am labeled a child of grief before I even take a sip of my fucking coffee, and I will live like this no longer. And I know I am strong enough to do this life alone if I have to, because I am my mother's daughter. I was born with freckles on my face and fire in my blood, and when was the last time you've seen fire feel ashamed of the suburb fireplace in which your embers were sparked from? All they will see is how brightly she shines when she burns this whole damn place to the ground. And on my worst days, when the pictures of my family that cover every inch of wall space in my apartment appear more headstone than memory, I'll steady my shaking hands, look myself in the mirror, and say to the reflection staring back at me, "Be gentle with yourself, girl. For this life, it didn't come with instructions, but it does come with poetry." Mama, there's a monster living in my brother's bedroom, but my address has changed now. My address has changed now, and I'll help you repaint.